Hi there, I am Amanda Smith, and I am a learning coach with the Northwest School Division, and I am presenting this webinar on middle years and high school Sask Reads on behalf of the Northwest Division Literacy Team. So, the Sask Reads 4 to 8 document pairs well with the grades 1 to 3 document. However, it focuses on strategies that can be implemented from grades 4 to 12 in all core content areas. So in this webinar, I will briefly introduce the main sections of this document to help you see how you can utilize this in your daily instructional practice. Curriculum connections. So all teachers K to 12 must have an understanding of the reading process to make meaning of the content area taught. So taking the time to review vocabulary or discuss strategies with students can increase the overall comprehension of the material that you teach. Curriculum connections. So the starting point for improving students' reading is the English Language Arts curricula. It includes the philosophical underpinnings of the area of study and provides the knowledge that students are expected to know, understand, and be able to do at the end of their grade level. Classroom environment. So this includes a number of areas for teachers to consider the best ways to use the physical space that promotes learning. So in addition, consider things like language-rich environment, a print-rich environment, knowing your families, ways to foster a reading environment, and tips for creating a classroom library are all topics included in this section of the Sask Reads 4 to 8 document. The big ideas of reading includes the overarching principles that all students can read. Middle years and high school teachers are essential in a student's success in reading. Oral language is a foundation of literacy, and balance is important in reading instruction, and that family and community are critical partners in this process. So please note on page 20 of this document the oral reading rates per grade level. Assessment and evaluation can effectively help teachers see student achievement. Now, there are 3 interrelated purposes of assessment. Each type of assessment systematically implemented contributes to an overall picture of an individual student's achievement. So assessment for learning and assessment as learning are both formative types of assessment, and assessment of learning is summative assessment. There are some principles of assessment, and assessment includes or involves a balanced approach that is planned and purposeful. So the triangulation of data is essential, and it involves collecting evidence from different sources, including conversations, observations, and products. This includes qualitative and quantitative assessment data. In addition, there's some examples of assessment tools that you can use. So gathering continuous gap assessment and using multiple methods of meaningful, authentic tasks in real reading situations tracks student learning over time and is essential in developing a comprehensive picture of student learning. So some examples would be checklists, running records, direct observations, anecdotal records, work samples, and rubrics. Instructional approaches. So in this section, there is a variety of methods that teachers can use in all subject areas. And this document explains the gradual release of responsibility model, and it breaks down the teacher's role and the student's role in the 4 approaches. And the 4 approaches are modeled reading, shared, scaffolded guided, and independent reading. In addition, it clearly outlines what each of these approaches should look like in a classroom. Intervention. So intervention at times can be a challenge for teachers to pair within their instruction. However, this document gives intervention strategies that a teacher can implement with Tier 1, 2, and 3 students. Specifically on pages 44 and 45, it outlines the process for responsive reading instruction. In conclusion of this webinar, I would encourage you to check out this resource. So whether you are a beginning or experienced teacher, there are a number of practical strategies that you can use to increase the level of literacy among your students in the classroom. We will be creating webinars that will focus specifically on one area of the Sask Reads 4 to 8 document in the future. So stay connected to view our next webinar in this series. Thank you and have a great day.